Yes, my friends. Here we are with another installment of the 30-day challenge, my $30-day challenge, where I build an email business from scratch. We've made a lot of headway, and today is day 3, and we got a lot on deck today. So, what we're going to be covering, here's what we're going to be covering here today. For day 3 is we're going to be setting up some more custom audiences. Now, the purpose of a custom audience is so that you can retarget, in other words, market to the people that visit your squeeze page, right? You could show them an ad right in their Facebook newsfeed. And if you set up different audiences, you could set up one for leads, and you could set up one for just people that visited your squeeze page but didn't opt in. So you could imagine if somebody visited your squeeze page but they didn't opt in, you're going to try and entice them to opt into your squeeze page, again, right from their Facebook newsfeed. And if they did opt in, but maybe they didn't sign up for, in this case, Earn Easy Commissions, maybe you're going to try and get them to sign up into Earn Easy Commissions. They're your leads inside of your autoresponder, but now you want to try and coax them to take the next step. Now, this same process works for any offer, okay? So you could retarget them and follow back up with those people. So we're going to be setting up a couple of custom audiences, and ClickMagick makes it super simple to do that. Yeah, so let's get into it here. Let me go over to the Google timer, and we're going to get this all set up for 30 minutes. And then we're going to start knocking out our to-do list for the day. Okay, so let's get to it. Alrighty. So the first thing we're going to do, if we go back to our list, is we're going to set up some more custom audiences. So I'm already logged into ClickMagick. And the way ClickMagick has you do it, let me just go over here. I'm going to show you how to find out, just in case you don't remember. You go over to your help, you go to FAQ, you scroll down, and then you look for Facebook Magic. And then they have option, what about creating Facebook custom audiences? Bam. If you click on this, then they show you that all you need is this right here. And then we're going to put it on our document over here. And then you need the ID for whichever tracking link you have. So if we go back into my ClickMagick, now actually, to be honest with you, I already did this inside of my Facebook, but we're going to walk through it here again today. So in the last video, I showed you how to set up EEC list building system. You click on that, and it has this link. But what you don't see here, let me move this out the way. What you see right here is called link ID. This is for the squeeze page. This goes to the squeeze page, right? So what you would do is take that, and you go back over to my document, and then this number, it would go right there. And so what I'm going to do is notate this for myself. And then we're going to do the same thing again, but this time it's going to be for if they become a lead. So what you want to do is close that one. And now he says in the email, if you recall the email that Chuck sent out, it says we don't need to worry about this. Well, that's kind of true. We don't need to worry about that. But in order to create a custom audience, we need this link ID right here. Let me move this down. Let's see here. So what I'm going to do is get this link ID, go on over to my document, and then I'm just going to paste that in right there. There we go. So now I got my link ID. Now anybody who visits this URL are going to be leads. Okay. So let me show you what that looks like inside of Facebook. So if you go over to your Facebook account, all I'm doing is clicking on, let me move this back down here. All I'm doing is clicking right here, going down to, oops, that's not what I wanted, down here to manage ads. And then takes me over here into audiences. Now what you'll see here is I have it set up for squeeze page visitors for 1 day, meaning they visited my page in the last 1 day, squeeze page visitors in the last 7 days, 15 days, and then 90 days, right? And then I also have my leads broken down into 5 days, and then 15 days and 180 days. Basically, this is all my leads. Every lead that's ever came through my system, they'll be in this audience right here. That's the maximum amount of time you can have, or the max amount of custom audience you can have, right? So that's why that's there. So let me show you how I did this. And so for the 1 day leads, let me go here. So let's click on that. Now you would see this. Now what I did is I clicked on, I went down here to where it says people visited specific pages. And then I took my URL from my document, this one right here, and all I did is pasted it in right there. And then I went down, oh, and the important thing, this is for the last day. So it's people who visited a specific page in the past 1 day. So let's say they hit my squeeze page today, then then tomorrow I want those people to, I want to show them my squeeze page, or show them an ad in their Facebook so they could go back to my squeeze page, okay? And when I run my ad, the cool thing is I could say if they visited this page, but then they're not a lead, then show them the ad, right? So I can refine it when I'm setting up my ad campaign. I hope that makes sense. So in other words, what I'm doing here is I'm setting up audiences that are at different points in my funnel. Some are at 1 day, some are at 5 days, some are at 7 days, and so on, right? So that's what I'm doing. So I did that. Main thing, I put 1 day there. Then if I go back to my audiences, squeeze page visitors for 1 day, now I have squeeze page visitors for 7 days. So let's say they visited in the last 7 days, people who visited specific web page in the past 7 days. Bam. And I have the same URL right here, okay? So then I just click, and then the main thing is I chose 7 right here. I named it EEC Squeeze Page Visitors 7 days, so I know who this audience is, right? Now you would save it, but I'm just gonna cancel it, obviously, because I'm already there. And so you would do that same process over and over and over again, in my case, and you really could do this however you see fit. I did squeeze page visitors for 1 day, 7 days, 15 days, and 90 days. That's what I chose to do. I don't know if I'm going to actually put ads for all of those, right? It just depends on how I want to do it. And then, because it takes a little bit of work to create these ads, and I'm not a Facebook master yet. Okay, so, and then the next thing is the leads. Same thing, same process for the leads. So the difference is the URL that I have in here. Remember from my document over here, the leads, you can see is that's the URL. So anybody that visits this, and please, if you're watching this, do not visit these links, okay? But somebody who visits these links are going to go to, are going to be part of my lead audience, okay? So all I did is I put that in here. I said 5 days right here. I named it EEC leads for 5 days, and then click save. But in my case, I'm going to click cancel. And then I just did that process over and over again. So I did it for 5 days. I did it for 15 days, and I did basically every lead that's in my system, basically, because that's a long time. So any lead that's in my system, basically, and maybe I want to promote a totally different offer to these people, okay? So it just depends on how I want to do it, but this way I know at what point in the funnel they are, so I could target my ad a little bit better, right? So maybe I want to do one ad for the people that just hit my squeeze page in the last day, or maybe even today, but then a different ad for people that are 7 days out, you know, and then maybe I want to touch base with these people and promote a different offer to these people or whatever, right? So many different things that I can do, because remember, what I'm ultimately doing is driving targeted traffic to my squeeze page. So I know that anybody that's part of this audience is part of the type of demographic that I want to target, okay? So now that we got that done, we're going to come back and create an ad later on in this challenge. So we did that. We created our custom audiences. So let me just go ahead and delete that. And now what we're going to do is install WordPress. And we're going to install WordPress onto the domain that we purchased. Remember, in my case, I already had a domain name that I wasn't using. But if you purchased a domain name through Namecheap, what you're going to do is come over into your Namecheap account, and you probably would have this. Hold on here. Let me log in. So you probably would have your domain name in here. So what I'm going to do is find my domain name. And what you do is you come over here. Now, I already did this, but again, I'm doing this for you guys so that you're watching it so you know how to do this. Remember, my hosting is over at HostGator. My domain name is purchased through Namecheap. So how do I get my domain name to work with my my HostGator account? So all you do is you come over here and you see I'm logged in, and you change to the name servers to whatever your HostGator name server is, right? In this case, that's what mine is. So you would put your name servers in here, and then that points it over into your HostGator account. Now what I have to do, now that's already done. And remember, I did this way. The way I did it is I'm using my tracking is also in my ClickMagick account. So my subdomain is go.jobcrunchers.com, right? So I'm able to use this tracking, but I'm also able to put a blog on jobcrunchers.com, right? So that's what we're going to do right now. And I'm logging into my account. And they make it pretty darn simple to install WordPress. Build a new WordPress website right here. And then I just choose a domain name. And I'm going to have this on the root directory. So in other words, when people go to jobcrunchers.com, bam, they land right there on the domain name. Or I'm sorry, they land right there on the blog. So click next. And for now, I'm just going to say Job Crunchers. And for security purposes, I'm just going to move this over here a little bit, because I'm going to enter my email, and I don't want you guys to know what email address I'm using. And let me make sure. Click install. And now it's loading. And so what I'm going to do is move this down over to the right a little, or to the left a little bit. Now I'm actually, you can see it now, but by the time you see this password will be changed. So it doesn't really matter. So what I'm going to do is actually click on login. And I'm going to change this password. You can see me log in. Doesn't really matter at this point, because I'm going to change this password here in a second. So now I'm in. I'm not going to save the password, so I'm in. This is your basic WordPress site. You can see there's nothing installed here. Now what I like to do is, well, the first thing I'm going to do before I forget later on in this video is I'm going to pause this and change my password so that anybody else who watches this video will not be able to get in. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back now. So I changed my password. And so what I didn't change anything else in my WordPress. I want you guys to see everything from beginning to end, just in case you've never seen WordPress before. So the first thing I like to do is whenever I see this stuff, the first thing I do is update my WordPress. So I just click on update. I don't need to back up anything. I'm just going to say update now. I'm upgrading to the latest WordPress, and this is important for security purposes. So that's all updated. And then I go to plugins. Now, sometimes what HostGator or Mojo Marketplace or WordPress, I don't know who does it, but they install this stuff on here. And I am going to update everything. And I'm just waiting for it to all update. Now, keep in mind the reason why we're doing all of this is because we are going to somewhat be building a brand, but mainly being able to have some pages that we control so that we can retarget or create our own squeeze pages, what have you, with our WordPress website. So now everything is updated. Okay, so what is all this up here? Allow Moonsys track plugin. Allow. Do not allow. Please configure your Google Analytics setting. I'll leave that there because at some point I probably will want to do that. Get the most out of your WordPress to connect to an existing account. Constant contact. I don't have constant contact. Get more email subscribers. I don't use opt-in monster. So all that is closed out. Now what I'm going to do is I actually have a plugin called WP Fresh Start, and it allows me to add to change all the configurations that I need to without having to do it manually. So I'm going to do that. You could find the same plugin over at WP Fresh Start. Let me pull that up for you. You're going to see me use it. That's where I'm at.
Launching a new WordPress site
all right.
It's doing all those mediocre.
If you want me to get a commission, who knows? Maybe I'll sign up. I'm not even part of their affiliate program, but I do use this product. It is, I think, like $19 or $27. Let's see what it is. It is $20. I have the lifetime access, unlimited sites is what I have. So you're going to see me use that on this right now. You can visit my blog, or if you're on YouTube, see the link below to get over to it. But let me get back to my install here. And you'll see why I'm doing this in a second. So I'm going to upload a plugin, choose File, and let me find it. And it is this one right here. It just makes installing WordPress a lot faster. Plugin installed successfully. Activate the plugin. Now you only want to use this on a brand new install. You don't want to do this on a site where you have content. Okay. So now the next thing I'm going to do is come on over here to WP Fresh Start. And I'm going to delete. Now what happens with WordPress is they install all types of junk onto your WordPress sites, right? So you have to get your WordPress site set up. So we're going to have it delete all posts, delete all pages, set permalinks for better SEO, delete all comments, stop new comment notifications, stop moderate comments. Now, let's see. I don't care about Amazon. Create affiliate disclosure. I'm going to say yes to that. Say yes to that. Yes to that. Don't need that. Create multiple categories. I don't have multiple plugins that I want. Let me see here. What else do I want? I think I will create a. I'm going to be using a plug. Actually, there's a couple of ways to go about doing this. Well, I'm using WP Fresh Start, so I'm just going to go ahead and install this. Now, if you don't have, if you choose not to get this tool, there is a free plugin out there. Let me go back here. I actually have it here, so you can see it. There's actually a plugin right here. If you just go to WordPress repository, it'll do auto terms of service and privacy policy, at least for you on autopilot. But again, I'm using WP Fresh Start, so I'm just going to go ahead and get those pages created so I don't have to create them later. And create multiple categories. I don't care. Blank pages, don't care. Blank posts. I don't have plugins that I want to install right now. Doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to go ahead and click run. And it's doing all that work for me. Bam. Everything is done. My WordPress is set up. So if I go to visit the site, here is my nifty new WordPress site. So, and if you were to go to jobcrunchers.com, this is what you would see right now. But we're going to change this up a little bit. How much time do we got left here? We got about 9 minutes. Okay, cool. All right, so we're going to change this up a little bit. Go back over into the dashboard. And I think on my notes I said 2015 theme is what I'm going to install. So what I'm going to do is go over here to Appearance, Themes. There we go. I guess I was just a little bit blind. And I always like to update these even if I'm not using them. Because security is very, very, very important. But that's another conversation for another day. But do not underestimate security for your WordPress site. They do get hacked a lot. So you probably want to go ahead and do that. So let's preview the 2015 theme. Pretty straightforward. Not much going on here. But for our purposes, we're going to go with that. Okay, so I'm going to say activate that one. Bam. So now it is activated. And so if I were to visit the site, this is what we got here. All right. And I think you can see the pages. No, can't see the pages yet. So this isn't really that important, to be honest with you, because we're going to change up all this stuff anyways. We just want to have something to where when people go to it, there's something here. Remember, they're going to be getting emails from jobcrunchers.com. So we kind of at least want to have something here. Okay. So next thing I'm going to do is go over to Canva. And this is canva.com. And you can log in. So canva.com is where you want to go. It's free. And we're going to create a logo. Now, I kind of have one in here. I'm still kind of playing around. Still kind of playing around with what I want. And these are all free logos. So they have many logos. It's not that big of a deal. I'm just trying to pick something that goes with Job Crunchers. I'm not the most creative person. I mean, I'm really not. I am not the most creative person. So let me move this up a little bit here. And maybe I just say something like here, like get I don't know. So it could be something simple like that. Job crunchers, get rid of that job. I mean, I could change the line height right here. I don't know if I'll keep that one. It might be good enough for right now. I mean, there's many free logos over here. I don't know. I'm probably, by the time you see this, it might be a different logo, but you get the idea. Whatever your theme, your logo is I would say come to Canva, choose a logo. The way it works is you land on a page like this. Let me show you what happens here. So these are all my different designs and stuff. But you land here, and then over here to the right, click on more. And then you just scroll down. And I clicked on logo. And then here you are. All your logos are over here. That's how you get to it, right? But I'm already over in here. So I don't know. Maybe I'll go with that for now. I actually don't know how this is going to look when I'm done. It's really just a placeholder. So you get the idea. You could play with it. I'm going to save this. And then I just click on download. And that just downloaded. Let me see how much time we got left. We got 3 minutes left. Okay. So let me show in folder. It's in my downloads. There it goes. Okay, great. So now let me come back over into Job Crunchers. And I am not that familiar with this theme because I don't usually use it, but let's see what we got here. Customize. Site identity. Select logo. It's in my downloads. Hopefully this looks right. And now I'm going to come down here. You probably can't see it, but I'm going to click where it says select. And bam, there we go. I don't know if I need to crop it, but I will. Let's just see what happens. Oh well, that we got it in there. And so I think that's good enough for now. And what I'm going to do, we won't be using this anyways, really. I'm going to, in the next video, I'll decide what I want to put on here. I'm just going to put something here primarily. Oh, I could take off probably powered by WordPress. So let's do that. So I believe you go here. Oh, Let me publish that change. Now I could go back to here, and I'm going to take off the powered by WordPress. So I'm going to come down here, and under appearance, go down to editor. And it's going to give you a little warning here, and you shouldn't really do this unless you kind of know what you're doing. But this is not that big of a deal. And then you come over here. Let me move this out of the way. And I believe it's in footer. And powered by. Here's what I'm looking for. Do you see that? Do you see where it says, let me put that up here. So see how it says Ahref Echo WordPress 2015, proudly powered by. So I want to totally just delete this. And there's the alarm. Update the file. Update the file. Now we can visit the site, and we shouldn't see proudly powered by WordPress. Bam, gone. All right, it doesn't really matter, but that big of a deal. And so in the next video, I'm going to customize this a little bit, get it all set up, and that's about it for the day. So what we've accomplished today is, let me show you the legal pages here that came with the system or with WP Fresh Start. Let me show you that, because that is kind of important actually. It will become important when you're retargeting with Facebook ads, because Facebook likes to see the legal pages. And so let me view it. Are these all published, by the way? Yep, they're published. So I could view my about page, disclosure, anti-spam, contact us. We could take a quick look at these pages, and then we'll wrap the video for the day. So we got my terms of use up here. So I didn't have to do all this writing. You see what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't have, where do you get all this stuff? I wouldn't have had too much time. So this is about speed. So it created all of this for me. My disclaimer, Digital Millennium Copyright Act, contact us, anti-spam policy. All your legal pages are created now right on the site. So we are good to go. All right. Well, if you haven't done so already, I hope you enjoyed today. I hope you learned a little bit. And if you're enjoying this series, go ahead and follow me on YouTube, I Am Reality Show. Follow me on my blog, IamRealityShow.com. Comment on my videos. Send me a question if you have one. This is starting to get really exciting. Tomorrow, what I have planned is to basically, I'm pretty much ready. We have to install. So I haven't decided which tool I'm going to use yet. We do have to install a tool. There's many different plugins and tools to use to create squeeze pages, landing pages, pre-sale pages, and all that stuff. Honestly, at this point, I have not really decided what plugin or tool I want to use for all that. So that's why I'm not going to mention it right now. But by the time you see the next video, that will all be done. And we need to make this website just a little bit better. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. So I'll see you in the next video.